Welcome back, everybody, to episode 3 of the 1980s series roleplay. It is currently December 1st. About a month has passed by, and let me just tell you, there are a lot of changes that have happened. Starting us off here, we upgraded and got a truck. We were using the dump truck to do everything, the little grain truck. So we used some of our money that we made to get a Blue Navy F-250. This runs actually really well. It's beautiful, and it's just what we needed to pull various things on our farm. Starting us off here, we did decide to put duals on the 4440. We did this because it needed a little more grab power on the ground, and we thought it would help pull some gravity wagons. Our next huge thing is we did ditch all of our old tillage tools, and we picked up this really nice international disc. And then a farmer down the road from us just recently retired, so we got this International 5088 off of him. The price was right. We made a lot of money off of our crop this year, and we don't have really a powerhouse tractor, so this being four-wheel drive is perfect for us, and I think it will help improve our farm. So first things first, we do have to go down to that farm we talked about in the previous video, and we need to till that up and make that from a grass field, which was in some fallow, and we need to put it into production. So basically, we're going to go down there with this brand new International out and test this disc, because it'll be the first time it's been used. And then we also got a little tip-off about an abandoned combine that has not been in production for 3 to 4 years. We heard the farmer wouldn't mind giving it up for cheap, so I'm thinking if we get a little more acreage, since we've had a couple employees come and go, but we've hired some new on, I'm thinking it will be a nice addition to the 1420, so we'll have to go check that out, but first we're going to go ahead and head down to that field. Getting up in the 5088, the only time we have turned it on is when basically we ran it down here about 20 days ago, so we're going to go ahead and fire it up, see if she has trouble cranking or not, and we'll go ahead and head down there. So she started up just fine. Everything's running and sounds good, so we're going to go ahead and go to that field and start chipping away at it. So as you can see around here, we do have a couple of farmers who for some reason have an absurd amount of land, and it is December and they still do not have their corn out. That beats me, as they've lost a lot of yield and a lot of their ears are now on the ground, but I guess they can farm however they want and we'll do it our way. Basically, the farm that I was talking about earlier with the combine is over here off to the right by the grain silos. We'll have to pull in. He said it was right at the edge of the woods, so I'm hoping it's still in good condition, and he hasn't said what brand it is. We didn't get the tip about that, but if it's something we'll be interested in, we'll go ahead and take a look at it and see if it's a good purchase. So one of the big things when we continue this farm build-up and what's going to happen here is we have got to figure out a way to purchase some more grain holding capacity, maybe another silo or another couple of trucks, but we're running out of room because we're growing so fast, and we're just going to have to figure out a solution to that problem. So we've got the 5088 International Park, the disc lowered, and we're pretty much ready to go. You can see the extents of this field. Basically, it runs all the way back up to those woods. We got some various trees that we might or might not clean up one of these days. We'll see how that first year of harvest goes. And yeah, we still got our food plot back there, got a couple of doe, and we just got one more big buck to tag. So we're going to go ahead and chop away at this field. So we just got a call from the boss, and we're thinking that because of time constraint and some other things, we do have the crew now, but we're gonna leave the back of this field actually in grass. And we decided this basically because I started disking back up in there and it was coming off really rocky. We don't really have anything to get all those rocks out without taking a lot of time, and there was a lot of various tree roots and branches too. So we decided we're just going to keep the front part of the field. I would say it's a good 60% of the field we're going to be putting in production. I think we're going to put some spring wheat on it and then roll it into some beans, and then the following year we will probably put this in corn. So we're now on our last little strip. We've done as much of the field as we would like to do. Actually, we'd probably like to do more, but this is what makes most sense for our production acres. So we're gonna go ahead and lift the disc up and fold it, and then we will get on our way back to the farm. So we've arrived back at the farm, and we are just going to pull this into the shed where we had it, and then we'll get out, go over a few things, and then head to that other farm to look around. So unfortunately, one of the sad things, our little farm mall M, it decided to kind of give out about, I don't know, 15, 16 days ago. So we've got her parked over there. We're going to look at some parts eventually, but if we can't get her fixed because of the equipment we've picked up, it's just going to have to be what it is. We'd hate to do that, but I'd also hate to let it go just in case we do fix it. So for right now, she's just going to sit over there in the little pile of brush. So before we head over there and look at that potential combine, we're going to hop in the 4440, go hook up one of the planters so we can sort of maintenance it while we're in the off season here soon. So yeah, basically we're just going to go grab that, and we're going to pull this up into the shed so we can do some routine maintenance. So we got her backed up, and now all left to do is to drop the pin in it. So we're going to drop the pin in it. We've got that, and to hook up the hydraulic hoses to make sure it goes up and down, as well as our wings come out so we can get those markers set right. So before we do anything, we want to make sure that A, it raises up and picks down and our markers actually drop. So we're going to go ahead and try to set it down. That seems to work all correctly. And now we will try the markers as well. So we'll try the first marker. Looks like it goes all the way down, and then the other marker goes all the way down. So we've got those up. And now all that's left to do is basically just to check all the gears and see everything's correct, and to check everything else. So it's been a few minutes now, and we've checked and made sure everything is good on the MaxEmerge planter, and everything is checking so far. So now all we got to do is pretty much wait until we go and plant an actual field. So with that being said, I think you guys can tell that we're running out of storage, so that's probably going to be number one on our list after this next harvest season and planting season. Is we are going to have to upgrade because we're running out of room. We got a lot of stuff that is catching weather outside, like headers, planters, and other miscellaneous things. So we're going to have to either A, do some rearranging, or B, we're going to have to build a new shed. We've got a nice wide open space over here, or we might even be able to build one down on part of that grassy area in the back piece of the farm that we cultivated. With that being said, I'm pretty sure we're about done right now with everything on farm. So now we're going to go hop in the pickup truck and see if we can go take a look at that combine. So not only does this truck absolutely look clean, we got it pretty much brand new. It sounds amazing as well, and everything in here looks really nice. So yeah, we're loving this truck and what it's going to do for us on the farm. So we did bring some jumper cables and some various some fluid to see if we can check this thing. I think I can already see it down there. Yeah, I believe so. So it looks like it's gray, which would lead me to believe that it is an older gleaner, but we'll have to see when we get closer up. So as I get out here and we walk around, yes, you can see that it actually is a gleaner. It's an old N6. It doesn't have the cleats on the back. We have just the regular singles, but nonetheless, this combine for sitting for 3 or 4 years actually looks pretty clean. The header cart looks to be absolutely clean too. We did give the farmer a phone call. He said the corn header was long gone. He actually sold that to a cousin of his. So the first thing we're going to do is get up in here, look around in the cab, and see if this thing will fire up. And if not, we might have to jump it a little bit or replace some things. But nonetheless, we're going to give it a go. So we're in here. We've got a little bit of an ag leader yield monitor. These are fairly new. Wish our combine had one. Actually really like that about it. It's got a little bit of a cracked window, so there was some various bees and stuff in here, but we spent a little time cleaning this out. So now all we're going to do is, I guess, try to fire it up. Come on. So it's not looking like it wants to fire up, so we're going to go ahead and hop out on it and take a look at some various stuff. So we looked it over, and basically we have spent a little bit looking at it. We put a new fuel filter in it, and I think it's going to fire up now. So we're giving her a go. She's cranking a little bit longer. And I think one more time. Alright, so it's fired up, so we'll let it sit here for a little bit, and then we'll try to pull it out and take a little bit of a closer look at it. So we've got it fired up, and it honestly sounds really, really good. We inspected that soybean head. There's a few dull teeth on it that we'll have to replace if we do end up taking it, but nonetheless, I think we're going to go ahead and pull this out because we've been letting it sit here for a little bit. So yeah, this thing actually runs pretty pristine. We need to see if the harvesting components of it will actually fire up and thresh, and then after that I think we're going to give them a call because this is something we are super interested in. So we did get up in the old N6 and the threshing components and everything fire up absolutely perfect, so we're going to go give him a call real fast, and when I get done I'll be back to let you know what we decided. Well, I'm proud to say we are the new owner of a Gleaner N6. Don't have anywhere to store this, so more equipment's going to have to move outside, so that's really something we're going to have to get on. But with the acres we've picked up, especially the wheat and beans that we're going to be putting in, this is probably the correct move with us because our header length on our other combine is not very big and it takes quite a bit of time. So we will be able to knock out a lot of acres a lot faster with this. And yeah, so we're going to grab the header, take it down there, and then come back and grab the combine. So he actually gave us a pretty fair price for what this thing's worth. We paid a little over 23 grand for it, which honestly compared to the Case IH is really not that bad. This thing is still relatively new, well, new to us. He's used it for 6-7 years, but we're gonna go ahead and just get this header back. So we have just detached the header, everything looks good, we've got it parked on our little concrete pad, and now we are gonna go grab the combine. So if you looked back a year ago and told me that we were going to be owning 2 brand new combines to us and upgrading tractors and stuff, I probably would have laughed in your face, but nonetheless, this is great for our farm, and yeah. So we've done pretty much everything we've wanted to for today, but I think we have got quite the mess here. So we're gonna go ahead and in the flip of a switch, I will meet you back when we get this all sorted out. So we've got the old truck started and we've pretty much rearranged everything. We got the new combine in the shed. We got our other combine, our little 1420 over there. We parked our new International in the back, we pulled our spray tractor up here, and then we have the 4440 in the shop as well with the planter to do a little checking. So we're pretty much done for the day and we are gonna head home. Thank you guys so much again for joining me for another video. Yeah, it's been a little bit, I'm not gonna lie. This series, like I said, if you watched one of my lives, you know we've got a little few complications going on with this map that we figured out. So one of them being the fact that this is over here now. No, it's not realistic, but it's gonna have to be a sell point because, like you can see, the corn is coming out of the bottom. So I don't know what's happening there, but anywho, make sure you subscribe to the channel. It should be up to the right or the bottom right. Comment, like, subscribe. Again, whatever you guys can do is help, and I hope you have a great day, and stay tuned for part 4.